Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me? Should've seen a look when they saw me.
Ooh, welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. Even though I work from home and shoot these videos in my dark, damp basement with the rats, I dress better than Bill Belichick Perna. And today, I'm wearing my hat pants. Trust me, you do not want to see what Casual Friday looks like around here at That's Good Sports. As soon as YouTube allows me to sell hat pants, they will be available for $49.95. I do have real NFL news to cover today. Kareem Jackson has been suspended for a DUI. Josh Gordon suspended indefinitely. Terrell Suggs will play in Kansas City. And Jeff Bezos, is he eyeing the Detroit Lions? That's Good Sports. Hey, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Today's episode is sponsored by Raycon. How many times do I have to tell you your ear holes are sacred? The only thing I shove in my ear holes are the Raycon E25 earbuds. The E25 gives you 6 hours of playtime, Bluetooth pairing, and more bass to help with your intense workouts like I do daily. Or when you just want to chillax and casually listen to podcasts like a normal, well-adjusted person. Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of other premium wireless earbuds and have a more compact design that gives you a nice noise-isolating fit with options for any earhole size. These earbuds really do block out a ton of noise, so click my link in the description below or use code TGS15 to get 15% off your order. These are great gifts to give out at the holidays or to bring to holiday events where you want to block out unwanted conversations. Raycon, do it. Well, this is not breaking news, but something about seeing Belichick in his cutoff sweatshirt with his makeshift capri cutoff sweatpants and long white socks is reminiscent of the derelict clothing line from Zoolander.
Derelict! It is a fashion, a way of life inspired by the very homeless, the vagrants, the crack whores.
It's a strange achievement, being the richest man to exclusively shop at Goodwill. But Bill Belichick doesn't like to brag about his accomplishments. Except for, naming his boat 8 rings. Might as well call it 9 rings, Bill, and factor in the divorce while you're at it. If you really want to subtly rub it in our faces. Don't be surprised if he gets to 10 rings and suddenly we're all bargain shopping at Good Bill. Denver Broncos star safety Kareem Jackson has been suspended for the final 2 games of the season by the NFL for violating the league's policy on substance of abuse. The substance of Jackson's abuse was DeAndre Hopkins 2 weeks ago. Jackson was busted for smoking his old team. Oh, what a fucking burn! Sorry, the Broncos haven't won a lot of games this season, so I gotta capitalize on those opportunities. Now, Jackson was arrested for a DUI back on September 19th earlier this year, which, if you remember, the way in which the Broncos lost to the fucking Bears on September 15th, you shouldn't be surprised that Jackson was still drunk that Thursday evening. Jackson's case was settled in court this week, which is why the league kindly waited to suspend Kareem for the final 2 meaningless games of the Broncos season. What's not meaningless is the $352,941 in salary Kareem Jackson will forfeit, which is why all athletes should take economics in college. You have to understand that the average police officer makes $65,400 annually. So, if you are pulled over for a DUI or any offense you know you cannot win in court, you need to offer your police officer a bribe of $65,400. Not even the cleanest of cops can resist instantly doubling their salary. In the long run, you'll save a lot of money. In Jackson's case, it would have been $287,541, which he would have realized had he taken economics. Unless, of course, you're Michael Floyd level drunk. In that case, economics isn't saving you. You better have a fake note from your doctor saying you suffer from narcolepsy, which might be a little more risky if the cop mistakes that for necrophilia. Keeping in theme here, Josh Gordon has been suspended indefinitely for violating the NFL's policies on performance-enhancing substances and substances of abuse. This is the 6th suspension for Josh Gordon since 2013. If you know anything about Josh Gordon and his battle with addiction that started when he was a child, you understand that this is just an unfortunate and sad story. Even when Gordon was clothed by the enemy, I was really rooting for him, and I hope something positive comes from this for him. The Seahawks could really benefit in finding that third receiving target. It's been a committee job all year, but I have to imagine Russell Wilson would benefit if Malik Turner, David Moore, Jerron Brown, or John Ursua emerged as that guy behind rookie DK Metcalf and the underrated Tyler Lockett as they approach the playoffs. Now, it's rare that a big company, a giant watered-down sports outlet that won't give me the time of day like Yahoo Sports produces something I have to feature here. But the parody of the Patriots Do Your Job video series made me jealous that I didn't think of this first.
James P. Anderson, I'm the Patriots Master of Spots. Typical day kind of varies. Starts out, filming a couple things here and there, spying on the team a bit, training new recruits, getting people ready that way, to going through the other team's garbage, to questioning a position coach. Just really depends on the day.
Excellent job, Yahoo Sports. It reminds me of the last time the Patriots got cheating and made their ball boy Les Arrington confess. The only reason I deflated the balls under my own accord is because I once heard Tom Brady's wife say, and I quote, "If Tommy had hands like Aaron Rodgers, he'd be 5-0 in the Super Bowl and 200-0 in the sack." The Tennessee Titans have made 44.4% of their field goals this season, which puts those on pace to be the worst kicking team in 36 years. It's a little crazy to think that a team who was shut out by the Broncos, who have a losing record, and made a quarterback change this season may miss the playoffs because they can't make more than half their field goal attempts. But if that kicking stat didn't titillate your tits, here's an even more impressive one. Young-Ho Koo now has 4 successful onside kicks at a 100% success rate, despite 2 being called back, plus a fumble recovery. And since signing Young-Ho Koo, the Falcons are 4-2 with wins against the Saints and 49ers. Am I insinuating he is the difference maker? 100%. That's what I'm doing. Just don't remind Mike Vrabel he could have signed Young-Ho Koo first. Gardner Minshew was playing solid football earlier this season, which sparked Minshew mania. The Jaguars have a ton of talent on defense, yet they are losing games. Jalen Ramsey desperately wanted to get the hell out of Duval, and it just felt like something down there was not adding up. Something even the mustache of Minshew mania could not hide. No, not a cleft lip, the incessant fining and thirst for total power exercised by Tom Coughlin. In a press release from the NFLPA, we learned the Jags fined Dante Fowler over $700,000 because he chose to rehab his body with his own physicians and trainers during the offseason and not at team facilities. An arbitrator sided with Fowler and the NFLPA, stating, "Since off-season football activities are voluntary and since Fowler is not a woman, some old white guy like Coughlin does not get to decide what he can do with his body." That's right. The arbitrator concluded that the Jaguars could not fine a player for not rehabbing at the club facility during the offseason. This isn't a problem with just Dante Fowler either. The Jacksonville Jaguars account for 25% of grievances filed by players in the league. A quarter of all complaints are about getting screwed by Shad Khan and Tom Coughlin. We should have known something was up when decrepit Indiana Jones joined forces with his nemesis, Mola Ram. No, Tom Coughlin and Shad Khan look like the before and after of the villain when he gets his mask pulled off in Scooby-Doo. Tom Coughlin is the GM and the owner? And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you damn kids. I would have fined all the players. I would have fined them all. The Kansas City Chiefs claimed veteran edge rusher Terrell Suggs off waivers after the Cardinals released him. Suggs originally stated that he would not report if any team other than the Ravens claimed him. And with the best record in the league, the Ravens have the last waiver spot. And with the best record in the league, the Ravens did not put in a claim for him. 4 teams actually made bids for Suggs in the Chiefs, Saints, 49ers, and Seahawks. All are legit Super Bowl contenders, so Suggs should consider himself lucky to be so highly coveted. And very unlucky, he has to go to Kansas City. Yeah, I'm still bitter about what they did to my Broncos on Sunday, those sons of bitches. Suggs notched 5.5 sacks while in Arizona this season and will fill a huge void in Kansas City as they have lost Alex Okafor and Emmanuel Ogbah for the season, both with torn pectoral muscles. As most players who leave a Vance Joseph coached defense expect Suggs to look like a Hall of Famer in Kansas City. In other words, expect Terrell Suggs to look like Terrell Suggs when he played for the Ravens. Christian McCaffrey is now just 388 yards away from passing Chris Johnson's single-season scrimmage record of 2,509 yards set back in 2009. But he's gonna have to do it with a new QB handing him the ball off, or throwing him the ball. Third-round draft pick out of West Virginia, Will Grier, will start in place of the struggling Kyle Allen this week. I have no idea if that hurts or helps Christian McCaffrey's chances to break the scrimmage record. Based on the fact that Grier looks like an adult version of me, I'd say it helps. And I would say he's going to be the best trash-talking quarterback in the NFL. I'd be so good at trash-talking if I were a full-grown, adult-sized man. Defenders would refuse to touch me. Every time a player would take me to the ground, I would hug them. I'd hug them so hard, and then I would inflate my penis to become erect. That's right, I would have a penis pump installed, and they would feel it while in my embrace. And I would say to them, if you promise not to tell, I'll hold on to the ball even longer next time. Even if all of my receivers are open. Speaking of open, I am open, if you know what I mean. Then I would let them go. And if I know anything about football players, it's that their sexuality is more repressed and closed off than Freddie Kitchen's private bathroom. After a year of being sacked by everyone in the league, suddenly I would have the best offensive line in the game. And I would be breaking Drew Brees' touchdown record in a single season. And that's how you help Christian McCaffrey get to 2,500 plus all-purpose scrimmage yards, Will. Heed my advice. And finally, Sports Illustrated, aka Lion Maven, acquired by Sports Illustrated, posted an article categorized as rumor. And the rumor was that Jeff Bezos wants to buy the Detroit Lions. A little strange considering Bezos could just buy all of Detroit. But I loved a line in the article. Eli Zaret said Bezos has been here at least twice under the dark night to have serious conversations. Now we know Bezos wants an NFL team. Will Martha Ford sell the Lions? That I do not know. If Bezos does purchase the Lions, he's going to take a financial loss when he finds out Amazon Prime doesn't cover the cost of shipping Matt Patricia out of town. Oh, perfect joke. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube. Oh, you gotta subscribe. Convince 100 people to subscribe, and then prove it to me, and then I will give you a reward. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, @BrandonPerna. If you care to follow me in those places, I would really like that. I'd like it so much. I'd just like you to do that for me.